Lovely to see you here at LawFest. So for people in legal, I'm talking to Dennis Wade, who's the country manager for InfoTrack here in New Zealand. So welcome, Dennis.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
So how are you finding LawFest today?
Look, I'm enjoying it. I think it's probably one of the better ones that I've been to. I've been to the last
Quite a few,
eight or nine. Yeah, the last 8 or 9 of them, and they just seem to be getting bigger and better as they roll on. What I'm finding today, though, more importantly, is the caliber of the delegates. They're really interested in the tech now.
Oh yeah.
So whereas when I first started coming to LawFest, they'd sort of walk through the hall and they'd look at all of the vendors and they'd take a brochure and off they'd go back to their office.
Yeah.
But just in the last sort of 12 months, they're stopping, they're engaging, they're talking to all the vendors.
And what do you think's driving that?
Well, I think it's technology. They're starting to dabble with technology now. You know, nobody is not dealing with technology.
Yeah.
They've got some sort of tech that they're using, and they've potentially had some good results from it.
Okay.
So now it's that not greed, but it's that want of, oh, what else is there out there?
Yeah, maybe less of the fear factor, perhaps.
I think so. So for so long, lawyers were, I guess, tarred with the brush of, oh, they're slow to adapt, slow to adopt with new technology, and it's not the case anymore. Okay. It really is.
Yeah.
New Zealand lawyers are utilising and taking up technology a lot quicker than what people really think.
Okay, all right, that's really interesting, and probably quite a good segue into your role at InfoTrack. So obviously, you know, I've known you for a few years, and InfoTrack's been in the New Zealand and Australian market for a number of years, and you know, has got a really good product offering. So, you know, how are you finding that? Give us an overview of the company and what you're doing at InfoTrack.
Yeah. So look, I've actually got a background in law. I used to work for one of Australia's largest law firms and leading law firms, Clayton Utz, for many years back in the 80s and 90s, giving away my age here, where there wasn't so much tech back then. You know, a lot of manual kind of work needed to be done just to get a search done. As an example, you'd leave the office. You would go down to the office, you'd buy a voucher, you'd fill out the voucher, you would then have to get the title and do a few things like that if it was a title search. These days, the technology, you push the button with InfoTrack.
Yep.
So fundamentally what we do is we're a one-stop shop for law firms. We're like an add-on to the practice management environment that they're using.
Okay.
They can be working away within a matter, and for efficiency's sake, they can click on a button, they can do a search. The search result automatically gets filed back into the matter at the matter level. Mm-hmm. And the disbursement, thank God, because of the disbursements that get lost within law firms, automatically gets pinned in real time.
Okay.
And so it's a real time saver there.
Yeah.
Bundle that with bundle the searches with that of a few other products that we've got, like, you know, electronic signatures and corporate credit reports and a few other helpful and handy things. It's just that one-stop shop for lawyers to be able to go in, do what they need to do, and get back into the matter and keep working, because all of the information is going to follow.
So 2 follow-up questions to that. Australia and New Zealand, just those 2 markets?
No, so we started off in Australia. Our global head office is still in Sydney. They obviously moved over to here 9 years ago, and I've been running New Zealand for all of that time. Mm-hmm. We're in Canada now. We're in the US. We're in Vietnam. We're in London. Okay. You know, over in the UK. So InfoTrack is actually a very large company with a lot of backing and a lot of in-house development. So we don't outsource at all. Yeah. Okay. We do all of our development in-house. We release every night at like 11 p.m. at night. Yeah. So any bug fixes or enhancements or new products, we've got the ability to come to market very quickly because we do it all.
Yeah. So the second part of that question, you mentioned, you know, within the matter and doing the title search and into the matter.
Yep.
What type of integration exists, you know, with the different types of practice management solutions? I mean, obviously, you know, New Zealand's got an interesting practice management solution suite here, and so how does InfoTrack deal with that?
Yes. So we deal with it really well, because that's the cherry on top. So InfoTrack can be used without an integration. Mm-hmm. You get a username and a password, and you can log in and you can do your searches. But the integration is the cherry on top. So we integrate with everybody. You know, your one laws, your action steps, your leaps, we integrate with everybody because we needed to. Yeah. And that just allows lawyers to be able to do their thing, and then all of that secret kind of source stuff all just work. everything gets saved back into the Meta and all that automated.
And presumably that integration is just through APIs, that standard APIs.
Yeah. And we have it all built through with the practice management software companies themselves, and they're all very similar.
Yeah.
So there's a couple out there that, may display the InfoTrack logo or the button different way, but at the end of the day, it's all the same.
No, good. Yeah. And what about the future? So maybe two parts to this question. One is around, future product roadmaps for InfoTrack, globally or here in New Zealand, and then, I think the audience will be quite pleased to hear your view of technology in the future. What are you seeing? What are people talking about here at the conference?
Yeah, so that AI is on everybody's tongue at the moment, but at the same time, I'm really interested in AI. I'm not scared of it, and that's the one thing that I will put out there. There's a lot of people that are maybe a little bit scared of it. I'm not scared of it. I want to see how far we can go with AI. Yeah. I think that it can be an amazing tool if used in the right way.
Sure.
InfoTrack. So we're using a little bit of AI in the background. We're testing it and making sure that we're keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
For us as a tech company, we can write code so much quicker than we used to be able to write it just by using AI.
Okay. Cool.
Now we still have to make sure we check it and all of that sort of thing, but getting that first draft, if you like, of code, is so quick.
Yeah.
So that's one area. The other area is, how can we, with the practice management software, potentially pull information from the matter into InfoTrack to be able to provide a search that then delivers back into the card and of the practice management software using AI.
Yeah.
That's kind of something that I'd like to sort of see developed into the future.
And what do you think needs to happen to enable that? I kind of follow up that question as a, what I see here at LawFest, I suppose to other conferences, it's much more collegial. The suppliers here are much more collegial. So that kind of concept of an ecosystem is the exhibitors here embrace that much more. And I guess that's part of, driving that process.
Well, absolutely. And, obviously that's sort of how I met you and quite a few others. And I've been coming to this event for 9 years, and Andrew runs an amazing event.
Yeah, he does.
Is the premier event here in New Zealand. So if you're not here, you're really missing out.
Yeah.
You're right. It's not just about, I get to see my clients throughout the day face to face. I get new prospects and leads. And of course, as a company like InfoTrack, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, cool.
But even better is I get to chat with all of the other vendors that are here. And there's over 40 plus this year. And a lot of them know me anyway because I'm quite well known in the industry now. But, so I go around. So this morning I spent an hour or so going around saying hello to everybody. How's your year been? What are you up to? What are you developing? And from that, you get all of these little sparks or ideas. And, there was a company in there, probably shouldn't say it on tape here, but there's a company in there that I had a very deep conversation with before that we might potentially be able to offer what they're offering as part of an integrated solution for our clients. So it's about trying to sort of find those little
nuggets and bringing them together. No, I totally agree. And I think, I've been coming to LawFest a few years in a row now, and it seems to be, it used to be quite stale, and I agree with you. People just come pick up not just a leaflet, but whatever your goodies you had. And, it just seems different. There's a bit more startup kind of mentality going.
Yeah, that's actually another point. Obviously I'm in the main area, but it's really good to see a lot of the startups now. I think the first year that Andrew offered it, there were maybe 5 levels of startup, and there's quite a few there now. So there's some new tech that's entering them, and it's quite exciting.
It's only good stuff. Okay, all right, awesome. Dennis, thank you so much.
Really good catch up again.
Time, absolutely, mate.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.